Hey folks, so today we are bringing you the Galaxy Note 3, which is actually turned up into a Galaxy Note 4. Amazing, isn't it? So I'll be sharing the ROM details. This is a ROM, so you have to root your device and use it with the particular phone Galaxy Note 3, which is N9005. Not the other models, only with N9005. It gives you the S5 and the Note look. So I'll be going through the phone brief about like what it is all about and how things have turned up in favor of Note 3, where it has actually gained its value and is turned into a Note 4. So as we can see, we have a Note 3 over here. So I'll just give you a brief about it. So now, first of all, we'll talk about the N9005 phone, which is Samsung's previous Note 3 and the Note series, which was like Note 3, after which Note 4 was launched. So there were many people who were saying that Note 4 is better in XYZ reasons, and I agree to it, but somewhat this ROM has actually made me go wrong and all those other people. So now I'll be presenting you the Note phone, which is like Note 3 in the cover of Note 4. So excellent UI, the ROM is very stable. I have personally used it and this has been my daily driver for past 1 week. So I'm writing this review on the simple fact that I have used this phone and on the basis of what I have experienced. So I'll give you the plus and minus of it, and I'm sure you're gonna download this ROM as a daily driver. There are few reasons for not downloading it, but again, for the same matter of fact that it's totally up to your call, but the phone is performing great and it's better than the default ROM of Samsung. So as when we talk about the phone, see, Note 3 as a phone has like this particular N9005 has 2.3 gigahertz processor, quad core, and has 3 GB of RAM. So the phone is very powerful, and when we compare it with Note 4, which is like somewhere around 2.7 gigahertz, this phone can be overclocked. I've not done it at the moment because I don't require it, and I am slightly battery conservative. But on the other hand, people who want it can definitely use different kernels out there and convert this phone into a complete Note 4 by upgrading the CPU gigahertz as well. So when I talk about the particular phone, so I'll just give you a brief about it. So as you can hear, the phone has this chimes from Note 4. I am not using the Note 4 theme. If you want, I'll just show it to you, the particular theme that I have. So we have a theme chooser. I'm choosing this particular theme, which is the S5 Pro. By default the ROM comes with this theme, which is again for Note 4. So when I'll just apply this theme for you so that you can just get a good feel of it. Now it's back to the Note series. All the icons, everything match. When we talk about the menus, these are all the notifications that we have. Again, so now there are hordes of features. The developer has actually put in a lot of effort in the ROM, and I can see that he has used Samsung Note, the UI of Samsung in such a way that the particular phone is able to perform the same thing, and it also has the ultra power saving mode. So I'll go step by step. Let's first cover the UI. Again, UI is very swift and the phone is fast. As I told you, I'm using it from 1 week, so I have installed all my basic apps that I use and also done the benchmarking and everything. If I show you my Antutu score by the default, like I've not overclocked it, it's by far for the 2.3 gigahertz processor only. And when I show you the latest Antutu benchmark, which is like the version 5, so you can see that the phone is having a fairly good score, which is like somewhere around 40,000, and it also recognizes the phone as Note 4, so which is also fairly good for you, that the phone is recognized as Note 4. As you can see, fine Wi-Fi, GPS, GPRS, everything is working good. I have used everything and things are pretty working decent, and definitely the ROM has not given me any issues which I can decide it to be like not used as a daily driver. So again, things are pretty fair. When we talk about opening of apps and everything, things, gallery, other stuff, see, things are working fairly smooth, and as you can see that the images and everything will work great. By far the camera and everything is also working perfectly fine. They have not included the Note 4 camera, so again that some people might get disappointed with it, like because camera is not a very big thing for this phone. Samsung has covered in Note 3 all the major things, the rich HDR, the panorama and everything, surround shot, all the useless features, but definitely the selfie, this panoramic selfie which was required, is not actually working out here. So no issues, but the camera is good, decent again, and you can click good pictures, and you can use this phone as your your basic camera shooting. So when you do it, it runs fairly well and give you amazing shots. The second part I would like to confirm is that it has some unique features. I don't know whether it was present in Note 4 or not, but this phone has it, because I have not personally used Note 4. So if you can see this, I'll just show it to you. If you can see this top battery icon, when you click on this battery icon, the phone actually goes to lock mode. So if you don't have to use this lock button anymore, you can just click on this battery icon and just make it to sleep. So I'll just show it to you again from a distance. So you use this battery icon to make the phone go for sleep, and same is the case. You're on any window, you want to go to home, just click on this top left icon, you go to the, it's like acts like a home button. This battery icon also has one more function, which is like powering off the phone, so you don't have to long press it, just bring it to center, like drag this thing to center. It gives you the power menu option, which has like restart and everything, and with restart you have this hot boot, download mode, recovery mode. So again, very simple, don't have to use much of your buttons for the phone. On the contrary, when we talk about the phone, we have like many widgets attached to it, so which were the Samsung Note 4 widgets. So that's great that the developer has actually used great effort to convert this phone into a good thing. There is this function which is called pull left and pull up. So you do this, and you can open an app. Same is the case, you pull up and you open an app. It's like from here, but I'm not using these functions anymore because it bothers me while using it as a daily driver. So I don't, because I'm comfortable with the icons and the shortcuts over there. Secondly, again, the notification window and everything is working great, so things are pretty good. And with it, the menu, if I go to the notification bar, it has all the major functions. There are a few bugs in it. I'll be coming to that as well, but again, when we talk about the phone, it is definitely can be used as a daily driver. The bugs might bother you or might not bother you, but again, my motive is to just give you a good insight about what the ROM is all about and how it functions. It also has this multi-window again, which is a good feature from Samsung. And definitely one point I would like to cover, there are many this Android 5.0 ROM, which are the basic ROM of Google, and I personally feel that when you buy a Samsung, you buy it for the features that it has, which is like the air view and everything. So as a user, you would definitely love to go for a ROM which gives you more functions than a basic Google ROM. Otherwise, you can use that Android One phone, which is like worth rupees 6,300 in India, and somewhere around $100. But again, since you're spending it on a Note kind of a phone, I would recommend a ROM which is fast as well as give you all the functions which are there for Samsung. So this particular ROM has the menu also. You can tab it out to your basic Samsung look to it. So I personally don't prefer it. I recommend, like, I use generally the grid view, which is more helpful. And again, NFC, everything is working. Screen mirroring, I've also tested, is working great. And in fact, Samsung has introduced the new all share cast in it, which is like inbuilt. So with that, you are able to view in older Samsung TVs, which are not smart TVs, in a better way. So again, that's again a plus point for this phone, that you are able to connect it to your TV, like an older TV, again in a much better manner. And might be you would have upgraded, since you have upgraded your phone, you would have upgraded your TV as well. But there are some people like me who are using the old Samsung Ultra, the not so smart TVs. Again, when I come to the functions, again we have the gestures, the smart gesture, air view, everything is working great. I have checked everything and things are working pretty decent. and Air Browse and everything is working great. The S Pen is also. So now we talk about the basic feature of the Note phone, which is the S Pen. Again, the only reason why I would recommend you go for this ROM is, again, it's fast, is very smooth. Definitely I've loaded the ROM now, so I can say that the ROM is working fairly well. But again, I would not market that further, and I would talk about the much awaited feature, which is the best part about the Note phone, and that is the S Pen. This phone is compatible with S Pen. So again, all the functions of S Pen are working. One of the bugs also experienced with this is, like, when you use the active memo, it sometimes open like two windows. So see, I've closed one, there's another window. I don't know why, but there is one. So again, S Pen is working fairly well. Even you can just press the button and open the notepad for it, and you can again write anything. Working fairly smooth. S Pen was already great in Note 3, and I don't know why people are saying in Note 4 it's very much better than Note 3, but again in this phone, which proves totally wrong, and S Pen is definitely working great. And again, the functions of S Pen are very much clear, and things are working in a very decent manner here also. I know I can draw good, great, but I can still draw, where most of people don't. Again, the pen is working very well. People can enjoy using the pen again, and which is not there with the AOSP ROMs which are available out there. The AOSP ROMs, actually, the only benefit about AOSP ROMs is that they use fairly less RAM and give you a better battery life. But I would say that when you install WhatsApp and apps like Facebook and all, which has like active notifications, in those apps they definitely require your RAM and eat up your RAM in certain ways. The Note 3, when having a software of Note 4, also has one of the more advantages thing, which is there in Android 5.0 by default, but Samsung has already introduced it in this particular ROM, and the developer has again installed the same in this ROM, and that is like when you're on the move and you get a call, you don't get actually bothered by it. So I'll just share it to you with an example. Like for example, I'm browsing a website, and suddenly like I receive a call. So how things actually turn up is what I'm going to show you. Things are pretty decent. So like I'm opening a website, I'm browsing things, I'm in the middle of a work, I'm typing text. So in the middle of a thing, I receive a call, and this particular call, if I want to answer, I can answer it. If I just want to ignore it, I can ignore it. So as I don't want to attend this call. Otherwise, the full screen would have gone with the call, and I had to wait for the call to get over, and then only I can continue my route. But right now I can do it as in there. Okay, so I just picked the call. Since I picked the call, I'll just show you about it. When you pick a call, you have this recorder over here. You have the Bluetooth, you have the mute speaker. Everything is working great. I personally felt that the phone is giving a volume which is higher than the regular, the loudspeaker volume I'm talking about. So it might damage your loudspeaker, but I keep the volume low, so things are easier. It also gives you a history about what you did last with this call, the particular individual. So since it was just a missed call which I tried earlier, so it's just showing that history. You can also scroll through this history, which will have SMS and all also mentioned in this. So again, calls are again one more easy things that has actually happened to this Note. The phone also has your what do we call it, the multi-window menu, and again that is again very comfortable. Samsung, this particular feature again from Samsung was one of the good features, and which is why I personally felt that going for a Samsung ROM would have been a great thing for us. So you can play games, you can do stuff, everything, and the phone will work fairly good. Multitasking is one more thing which you expect out of a good phone. So this is what we are doing with this particular phone. So I can play the game. If I want to browse the web, I can browse the web as well. So again, multitasking is what you require with the 3GB RAM phone, and again no AOSP ROMs has this thing inbuilt. So as far as the features are concerned, there is one more good feature about it, which is already pre-installed. I don't know whether it's available in the App Store or not, but the pop-up browser is there, so you can browse the web from wherever you wish to, like whichever window. You can just copy paste text and everything. The even this feature of S Pen, wherein you can select smart, like do a smart select. This thing actually works, and see, you can use it for your benefit. You can download the text from this particular image if you wish to, and this image will give you text extracted out of it. Okay, it's transferring to the scrapbook. I need to explore more of this feature, but let's leave it because I know that the function is working. One of my friends uses it. Then again, the last part, which I would recommend, again, this is having the latest S-Health also installed. S-Health is again one more good application from Samsung, which can be connected to your Galaxy Gear and all, and again giving you good feedback about your health and all. And recently they have come up with a good thing which is called as the Coach by Cigna. It gives you recommendation as per your your taste, what you do daily. So again, one more good feature. And lastly, coming up to the best feature about Samsung thing is that the particular phone is having this ultra saving mode. Google has introduced this same thing in your Android 5.0, but this Samsung one is, I think, much better than the Google one. Ultra power saving mode is again working great, and it says it will give 2.3 days of battery life when I activate it. So again, the basic phone things, the estimated standby time is 2.3 days. So the phone is having just 19% battery, and again, it's like your savior when you're out, for next 2-3 hours you don't have a charger. You can use this mode. I'm sure it won't actually last for 2-3 days, but definitely I think 7-8 more hours or maybe 10 more hours would be very much sufficient if this thing is functional. And it's having a standard lock screen, very less animations. You can use the internet also with it. The Wi-Fi generally gets disabled when you you activate the ultra mode, and only the 3G is applicable, which also doesn't work when you lock the screen. So again, it's since it's for power saving, so definitely it will use things which are for power saving. So as far as the phone is concerned now, I think I've covered up the major points for this particular handset with the Galaxy S5 ROM and the Note 4 features which were there with it. Now coming up to the last part, which is the bugs part. Definitely none of us wants, because Samsung itself is a very big brand. When they have launched their own ROM in Note 3, which was very sluggish as compared to this ROM when we talk about installing multiple apps. So I'm using this ROM with all my apps which I require daily, and definitely it's giving me great performance. The biggest part about this ROM is that see, the contact things is actually working pretty fast. In my previous ROM, this was not up to the mark. So I would say that the stock ROM is actually not giving you great results. So like the contacts are loading ASAP, and in the stock ROM they were taking like around 3-4 seconds time to load. I would have showed that to you as well, but I'm sure if you're using an N9005 or a Note 3, you would have actually experienced that thing. This particular sound which comes up with the lock screen is very soothing, and personally you'll love to hear that sound again and again. It will like come when you lock the phone, and when you unlock it. Now again, coming up to the bugs part, one of the major bugs that I found with this particular ROM was very sad, and I personally felt that if that bug would had not be there, I would be using it with all the other bugs in it. But again, we have to mention it, so I'm coming up with that point. Now that particular bug is that you are unable to use your 3G when you are on roaming. It's like, I'm not talking about only 3G, it's like either the GPRS or 3G. So this is one of the sad part about this ROM, because when you plan to use, because everybody who is using a 3G device, they tend to, because if you travel a lot, you would be requiring this thing, like a 3G roaming should be there. But this ROM, because I just recently went out of my city, and unfortunately the roaming was not working, which was there with my plan. If I'm using an iPhone, it's working, but not with this particular ROM. So this is one thing which I would ask the developer to just fix this part, because it's a daily driver, and I'm sure people are loving your ROM, and they are definitely appreciating. So when we talk about the bugs about this ROM, I would ask the developer, I would in fact request the developer to just fix these bugs. The ROM is excellent, it's blazing fast, it's not giving any issues at all. But there are 3-4 small issues which needs to be highlighted, but one of them is a very big one. For me at least, I'm sure some of you might not bother about it, but for me it's actually a very big issue. I'll go through all the issues that I have actually faced in the month of usage. So the ROM again is very beautiful. The ROM, I just forgot to mention, but the ROM is actually using your very high RAM. If you see the RAM usage at the moment, there is no active apps, but it's still using like somewhere around 1.7 GB, and which is high because it's more than 50%, and there is no active applications also. Maybe the background apps are taking this place, wherein WhatsApp, Facebook and all which are concerned, which are active there in the background, but it's using a big RAM. But again, if we talk about the phone, since the phone is supplied with a 3 GB RAM, even if it uses most of it, you're only getting value for your money. But I would just compare it with the regular stock ROM, which is like Android 4.4.2. For this particular ROM, it was generally using somewhere around 1.6, 1.5, and an AOSP ROM uses somewhere around 1.2, 1.1. So this is fairly high, but might be affecting the battery life of the phone. If I talk about the battery life personally, I can't say that the battery life has extremely improved or something like that, but it's better than the previous one, slightly better. But one more added point to it is that the battery charging has become more stable and it's charging faster, and again that's again a plus for the phone. Coming back to the bugs, I would before that I would also like to inform you that it is having one more great feature, which is, I'll just show it to you. Okay Google. As you all expected, the phone is using the OK Google from any screen, so which was not there in any of the the previous ROMs. You have, because my only reason why I would love to install AOSP ROM would be that the particular phone responds to OK Google, and again this phone is perfectly working fine with OK Google function. And even if you're playing a movie, in that movie if it says OK, so generally it opens the app. It's like, okay Google, okay Google. See, it's opening the app, it's performing great. You have to set up your own Google thing, but again, coming back to the point that okay Google is very much useful feature when you plan to use. It's like something like, okay Google, do we have any appointments today?
You have one calendar entry. The title is Arshi Ansari's birthday.
So there's one birthday in my calendar, so it's just showing me that. And it also has S Pen, like, I'm sorry, the do we have any meetings today? So S voice is also there, which is the new S voice, and I'm sure it's coming.
Here is your appointment. Arshi Ansari's birthday all day.
Yeah, so this is a slightly lame and dead voice. OK Google gives me a fairly good voice, and I prefer using that over S voice. But again, that's your own call. Again, coming back to the bugs, the biggest bug about this phone is that there is no roaming with internet. So your internet plan will not work in roaming. This is one of the biggest issues I've faced. This is why I won't be using as my daily driver, because I have a work wherein I have to travel and all out of the city, and naturally this thing bothers me much. I have to wait for a Wi-Fi hotspot to activate my internet and use my WhatsApp or Facebook or maybe other respond to your YouTube messages. But again, one more disadvantage about this thing is that it's not working on the roaming. I have tried it. As I told you, I've been using this ROM as my daily driver, so I'm able to judge it better, and it's not working at all. I tried to reflash it, it's not working. So I would ask the developer just to fix this small thing, and I'm sure that I would like to thank you, that the developer, that we are actually loving your ROM, and we definitely like the way it is and how fast it is, and I'll be still waiting for more updates from you, and I'll be reinstalling the ROM again and again, and will mention in this post whether the issue is fixed or not. But this is one of the big issues. Some small issues are there wherein sometimes Wi-Fi don't work. I don't know why, but after some time it start working. It's very small issue, and again the high RAM usage, which I've already mentioned with the phone. Rest, the phone is all good. Naturally, you all know that if you have been using Samsung, you all would have known that Samsung ROM, being a very big brand investing in billions of bucks, in their software and hardware and marketing and everything. They are still not perfect. The default ROM is actually with a lot of bugs. It gets very sluggish as per the usage, but this particular ROM is not giving you any issues at all when we talk about the speed and everything. All the functions are working. The developer has done a great job. He has actually removed all the basic useless apps like Nox and all. Definitely you are going to void your warranty, but who needs it anyways? If you are using a Note 3, you might have bought this phone like 7-8 months back, so hardly matters. Note is giving great ultimately this particular phone will compete with the Note 4. When we talk about the screen, it's having a full HD screen, so definitely colors are crisp and clear, and it can be compared to the Note 4 screen because of the simple fact that we are using a basic eye and not a microscope to view the screen. So an Ultra HD display doesn't actually matter for major of us. There might be few who would actually get bothered about it, but I would personally not mind using a phone without an Ultra HD display. And rest, the ROM is great. I would still say thank the developer for giving us this ROM, and I would appreciate if he just fixed that roaming issue. I'm sure after that we won't ask for much from you because you have already ported major of the Note 4 functions in the particular product. Just improve the ROM is my recommendation, and add the Note 4 camera app, with that panoramic selfie and all. So that would be great for us. And I again thank the developer for the providing us this ROM. And rest for you all, I would ask I would request you to just like the video so that it gets major people get notice and they are able to use this ROM. I have posted the links of the same and you can install it yourself. Rest, the particular product is I would recommend that is definitely bringing Note 3 back to life. I don't know when Samsung will launch their this latest OS for this, but this one is great and it's way better than Android 5.0. I've used Android 5.0. It's like it's giving big icons and everything. This particular phone is giving excellent piece of product feedback for the phone. And rest, I'll just sign off right now, not taking much of your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.